Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to attempt to create an Instagram ad or social media ad for Jack Daniel. Let me show you the bottle. Look how pretty this bottle is. So today this is the main actor, the main subject for the video. I'm going to set up everything and I think it's going to take a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up everything and I will catch you guys when I finish setup so I can describe to you what is going on. See you in a minute. Whew. Okay, so I just finished setting up everything. It took a lot longer than I expected. So the setup is done for now. I'm probably going to add a couple more light depending on the shot. But for now, this is what I got. Let me give you guys the tour. Okay, so this is my tripod and motorized slider. I had to put two tripods on there because it's kind of tall and I want it to be sturdy. And of course, I don't want my camera to fall and break everything. So that is the slider. And over here, we got a table on top of the table. The reason is because the tripod is not low enough. And if I just have this table on the floor, the tripod and the slider is much higher. The only way that I can use my slider and to get the shot that I wanted, I had to raise up the table. So lucky enough, I have this one in my room, so just bring it out and put it at the bottoms of the table. Right here we have the key light. I use the same one, Godak's WL150. It's one of my favorite key light. It's really affordable compared to Aperture 120D. And here is another light setup. This one used as a backlit. The good thing about this light is it has this focusing ring, so I can have my light wider or I can have it narrow depending on the shot I wanted. It's also came with the bundle, which is really good for adjusting the spread of the light. And it's also came with a bunch of filter, which is really good. And on top of the table, I got this motorized rotating like a lazy Susan. I wish I had a black one. I don't know why I bought a white one, but right now we just need to get a shot of the details and stuff, so I'm not going to see this at all. And look at this bottle. It's already look gorgeous with just one light. And I can't wait to fire up the cameras and shoot this video. If you guys wondering why I don't just shoot it on the top of the white table, the reason is because before I start thinking about these projects, I went on their social media, kind of looked through their Instagram posts and everything, and what type of like picture they normally use and what type of a video they normally post and everything. Because of that, I think shooting on this brown kind of like mid-century table is more fitting to their social medias or their brandings in general. So before you start shooting your products or like making a mock commercial, you probably want to spend some time researching about the brand, history of the company, what type of music they normally use, what kind of typography they're using, the textures and colors and the vibes, and every little detail that you can find. And that will help you kind of come up with an idea of like what the video going to be about or what's the video going to look like. And to me, that's what I did. I do all the research before I even start shooting this video. And also I need to switch the camera to this A6500 for behind the scenes, so I can use that camera to shoot the product. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. In the previous shot, you might see that I used this stick light right here as a background, and I kind of like it too. So I have a couple of shots with it and some shot without it. So I wanted to play around in the post and see which one I like the most. To be honest with you, I do like this, but for some reason, the shot that without these lights on, it looks a lot more interesting and a lot more like edgy, I guess. It's be able to give more detail to the bottle. I don't know, I couldn't decide which one I like the most, so I'm going to play around with the footage tonight or probably tomorrow morning and see which one is my favorite. But regardless, the two shot is amazing with light or without light. So as you guys can see, I took off the slider and I just used a tripod. So the reason why I didn't use the slider, because most of the shot that I'm taking tonight, it doesn't require the movements back and forth, so it doesn't require a slider at all. And I thought it's kind of bulky and kind of like in the place a lot, and it's hard for me to adjust the height of the camera up and down in order to get a different shot. So it's easier to like just take it out and just use the camera on my tripod. However, I'm still going to use the slider tomorrow for the final shot that I had in mind. But for now, I'm not using it and just a tripod. And the first thing we have here is this light. I move it from the back to the front because I like the way it looks better. And I put this orange-ish gels in the front so I can get the kind of like orange and gold looks to it. And this is important. Make sure to clean the bottle every time before you filmed it. It's just to get it off the dust and all the fingerprint when you carry the bottles around. And also another tip is make sure to get you guys one of these. This is a remote and it's like $8-9 on Amazon, so you can press record from right here instead of touching the camera. Because of the tripod I have, it's not the sturdiest tripod, and so every time I touch the buttons on the camera, the whole thing is shaking. So it's good to have one of these. You just press record from far away and let the camera record. And for the camera setup, I have this Tamron 7D to 180. The reason I use this lens is because I want to get a close-up of the bottle, and I kind of use it as a macro lens for it, and it's worked amazing. And come back here, we have the monitor. It is Atomos Ninja Inferno. And one good thing about having the monitors on the stand instead of attach it to the camera is it's easy for me to move it around. Let's say if I'm right here, try to light up the whiskey bottle and I couldn't see the monitor, I could just turn it around or just move it with me so I'd be able to see the frames. And I just use this to press records on the camera so I don't have to walk back and forth. It's easier, much better, make your workflows a lot faster and I guess more convenience too. To be honest, the star of tonight, I think is this little aperture light AL-M9. I got this a few years ago and I loved it. I think it's played a major role for today's shoot because without it, I don't think I'd be able to get those nice colors behind the bottle and give this like an orange glow. I also got this like orange-ish filters on it. That's why it's kind of give more of like orange glow to it. It's close to gold color because of the bottle of the Jack Daniel. The label is gold color, so I want to play around with color to match it with the color of the bottle. And yeah. Good morning. Today is day 2 for the shoot. I just finished my coffee and setting up all the stuff, and I also got my shot list for today. So without wasting more of your time, let's get into it. Okay, so we're almost done. Right now I am staging this last shot for the video, but not the last shot for today. The reason is I'm going to shoot different style for this final shot. One is I just have the products here and with my camera on the tripod, and the other shot I'm going to have my camera on the slider dolly out. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, that's why I'm go ahead and film both of them. So a little tip for staging, go ahead and get you some of this fake ice right here so it won't get messy and melt while you're shooting it. I made a mistake a couple months ago when I first kind of like start shooting the product video, and I'm using real ice and it was a mess because it melts so fast. You got all the sweat on the glass and everything, and it's just a mess. So go get you some of these fake ice. You can get it from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or you can just get from Amazon. Also, I'm going to use this whiskey that I have right here so I don't have to pour out from this bottle because this one is kind of expensive and this one is more affordable, so I'm going to use that. Oh, also make sure to clean up your glass and fake ice before you put it in there. so it looks good in the shot. Okay, so I'm about to be done with the setup. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I used a clamp at the back of this table to clamp it, and I'm going to use this aperture small light to attach it to the top so it can give out this nice glow of the whiskey in the bottle. Okay, I think we are ready, so let's roll. Oh, one more thing, I also add this stick light at the back to lit up the background because I think it looks a lot nicer as a final shot. I also tape the size of the stick light because it's too wide. I want the light here is a lot more narrow, so let's roll. Alright, so I already got the last shot, but now I want to play around with another stick light that I have. I just want to like swing it around and see if it make the shot looks better. Okay, so I just finished the slider shot. I think it looks amazing. I can't wait to edit it. And now I'm just going to finish a couple more shots, and then we're gonna go to the pouring shot. The reason why I kept the pouring shot at the very end because it's going to get messy. So I just want to make sure I got all the shot before that's done first. So when we get rolling with the pouring shots, and then we don't have to go back and clean up everything and here is the entire setup for this shot. I have the bottle kind of like slanted a little bit. I put this tape underneath, and I have the aperture lights at the bottom to give a little bit of glow when the lens go by. And you guys probably already know about this lens. This is Laowa 24mm or 14, something like that. But you've probably seen this a lot already. And I also got these dimming cables right here to adjust the light from the front of the lens. So if you never seen this lens, it actually came with this kind of like LED light at the front of the lens because the lowest aperture for this lens is 14, so it's required to have a lot of light in order to see what's in front of it. And even my key lights right here, I turned it to 100. Also, this one is 100%. And for those who wondering what slider it is, I'm using GVMs. I had it for about a year now, and I loved it. I mean, it's not the most expensive motorized slider, but it does its job. Also, this right here, I got this little, I don't know what it's called. It's from Newer. I will link every single equipment down below. So this one is easier for me to raise up the cameras up and down a little bit because this thing is so hard to adjust because of the length of this lens. It's kind of front heavy, so I want to make sure that when it's sliding back and forth, it doesn't hit the bottle. And yes, that is everything for this shot. And if you got any questions, just leave a comment down below. And now I had to move everything out and set up for the last 3 shots that I have to finishing up this video. And it's getting late, so let's go. Alright guys, that is all for the video, and I hope you guys like it. A little disclaimer, I did not sponsor by Jack Daniel or anything. I paid my own money on all this stuff. I just want to put it out there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that I did not cover every single thing in this video because I did all this stuff on my own by myself in my apartment, and it's difficult for me to think about the behind the scene while at the same time I try to make sure that I got all the shots that I needed for this video. So if you guys have any question about a certain shot that you see in the video but didn't see me talk about it in the behind the scene, just leave a comment down below and I would love to answer all your questions. Please like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Follow me on Instagram because that is where I'm most active. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Whoa, this thing is strong. Whew.